Throughout the entirety of my coursework, I used many different pieces of hardware. Whilst completing my coursework on the school site, I used the school computers. When not on school grounds, I used a Windows 10 HP Pavilion laptop. This allowed me to complete most of the tasks in the efficient time frame and complete them all before the deadline, as I was able to complete them whenever and wherever I were. In addition, I also used the 16GB USB flash drive. This allowed me to transfer the data from the main tower PC used on school grounds and my Pavilion laptop, which I used at home. Furthermore, I also used the Samsung Galaxy J5 smartphone. This was primarily used to help me communicate with the rest of my group. The Facebook Messenger app allowed me to keep in contact with the rest of my group and allow easy flow in communication as well as transferring of data such as video files and photographs. This helped us complete the majority of our tasks to the best of our ability as we assisted one another with the research that we gathered. The other main software that we used throughout the whole of our coursework was EduBlogs. This is a website that allowed us to create blogs and upload our coursework onto, helping it stay in one place. In addition, we also used Shobi. This allowed us to transfer many of our files towards the rest of our group members. Furthermore, our teacher was also able to look over our overall production. In addition to these technologies which I've already spoken about, we've also used specific software and hardware for the individual stages of our coursework and the production process. An example of this would be Microsoft PowerPoint. This was done to help us organise our answers for our research and plan them accordingly. Unlike research, in planning we use Microsoft Word instead of PowerPoint. This was because we only had the individual tasks that we needed to complete. This allowed me to professionally lay out a good idea for structure of our storyboards. I also used some software called Trilby. This is some script writing software that allowed me to professionally draft up and complete a final script that was of professional standards. This made sure that the script was in the correct format and followed many of different conventions of a script, such as the actions, the bylines, the parentheticals, and the dialogue, as well as the character names. Looking into this further, I also used some different software and hardware which I incorporated within my production work. For example, in the production work, I used Adobe Premiere Elements in order to organise and piece together the production itself. This took a lot of time and effort due to all the different effects that I could incorporate. For example, using time stretch, adjusting the volume, making sure scenes flow from one to the next, and keeping continuity, and making sure that the montages overlapped in a way that made them look effective. Furthermore, I also used Adobe Flash CS4 Professional. This was simply to create the production logos that I made, or the production logo for D6 Productions. To create the production logo for D6 Productions. This made the production logo more realistic and effective and attract the attention of the audience, making it appeal to them in a way that they can relate to. Therefore, if they were interested in watching other productions that were made by me and my group, they can look into it. Lastly, in the software department, I also used the Adobe Photoshop CS4. This was done in order to help with some of the static images for the background of many of the green screens that we used throughout the production. The use of these backgrounds helped us with our production, as it allowed us to get different scenes and locations for our production, which helped gave us more variety of shots. Developing my point on the green screen, whilst using Premiere Elements, I mainly used the chroma key effect in order to professionally edit each of the individual shots. Lastly, in the evaluation part of our coursework, this piece, I have used Adobe Premiere Elements yet again for the majority of this editing. This is simply because I've become fluent with the software and have learned many of the different skills and applications that it can be used for, such as transitions. In addition to this, I've also used screen capture. This has allowed me to help explain and show different software and websites that I've used in a clear, more easily seen manner.